Karl Plansky is known sort of as a second-generation abstract expressionist, so you see a lot of application of vibrant colors and lots of very evident brush strokes within his work.
He would use things like brooms, mops, just coated with paint.
He tries to convey a lot of emotions within his paintings.
Some of his paintings are maybe that thick with paint, and it's not a build-up behind it, it is total paint.
So I had the pleasure of meeting Karl, and he was a very lively person, and he actually told me the background story of the painting that we have in our collection, Solitary Tree. It actually has a very poignant personal connection to the artist. His studio dog, Betsy, of 20 years, had passed away in the winter, and he was digging a grave, and he decided that he'd dig a grave by this tree that appeared to be dead. Amazingly enough, the next spring, after the dog's carcass had been planted near this tree, perhaps it gave it the nutrients to really come back to life again.
He painted from direct observation, which meant he didn't use photographs. He didn't make up scenes in his head and paint. He had to see what real life was presenting to him. He painted a lot of male figures. He was obsessed with that. He was obsessed with the body.
Even his landscapes, there's almost always a figurative element to them. So even within our painting, the Solitary Tree, it's almost like a stand-in for a figure.
I don't really know what to say about this painting, other than I think Karl liked to get a reaction sometimes, and he would paint himself in a light that was not the most becoming, and it was like in your face sort of thing. Karl had a strange way of looking at the world. That's what makes great artists, I think. They see things differently than we normally do. And he captured himself as he saw himself. And it's just a part of Karl's life that I think says a lot about him and the way he viewed himself in the world in which he lived. He painted with Elaine de Kooning, worked on occasion in Willem de Kooning's studio cleaning brushes. Obviously knew Joan Mitchell, friends with her, great friends with Grace Hartigan, Milton Resnick. Karl was affiliated with them to some degree. Within the art world itself, he was extremely well known. He owned the manufacturing plant for Williamsburg Oil Paint for Artists, which is considered by many to be one of the foremost oil paints for artists in the world.
You know, that was wonderful for the artist because he had access to a lot of paint, and paint that he specifically formulated.
He didn't have to sell his work to make a living. His oil paint business provided him with a livelihood that allowed him to use great materials when he created his art, to have 3 great studios when he wanted to paint, and to do those things that an artist with his talent really should have to produce the quality of work that they could produce. He painted Maria Callas, but the 2 paintings that we have, these huge paintings, was not really Maria Callas. He hired a beautiful woman that he thought looked like Maria Callas, dressed her in the gowns that he wanted her to have, and she posed for him. He loved drama. He loved the opera. And when you walked into his studio, he would be playing an aria from some of his favorite operas.
But when you look at Plansky's work, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of, even sloppiness in it.
He was hot and passionate about what he did. And I mean, all these wild brush strokes that he did, that was the hot and passion that he was referring to. A lot of this work that we're showing here, this is the first time it's ever been exhibited. We probably have somewhere around 120 pieces. But some of these pieces never have been shown, so it's a unique opportunity to see work not only that has never been shown, but work that spans over a 35-year period. It's rare that you get to see that.
He loved what he did, and it's so wonderful to see artists that, are totally in sync with what they want to do with their life.